Hey, good morning to you. Hey, welcome to the cave. Here I am again. I got up late, frantically, got the kid ready, got myself ready, going to the Just Over Broke, too, because, man, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a path towards what you want to do with your life, you are going to end up in a Just Over Broke, because dude, it is a monetary society that is only getting more and more expensive, and you have to survive and feed yourself, and it's not like how it used to be, dude, where you go out and hunt and who's the strongest survives. It is monetary, dude. Who's got the bread, who's got the money, who's got the moolah. And I want to say, man, that after my kid's mom passed away, and we divorced before that, and she was out on the street. Just a sad scenario, dude. Just a sad story, dude, that I relive all the time, whether I like it or not. Because I'm raising the child from that experience. That was my first marriage, and I thought that I could save her, man. I thought that I could lead her ass to the promised land. And you know what? I learned the most valuable lesson, that there's a huge difference between deadbeat addict and I like to party, where I like to party, have fun, have some drinks, have some smokes, have a smoke, dude, puff, puff, give, 2 puffs and pass, but I always kept it together, paid the bills, went to a job, didn't burn my life to the ground. My major issue is food. Dude, I love to eat. It shows, dude. I'm probably about 60 pounds overweight. And that is my number one issue that I've been neglecting for a large portion of my life. And, no one's going to change that but me. And I got to get my shit straight and feel better about myself when it comes to that. Probably has a lot to do with working a job that I don't like. And, not feeling like sometimes you don't measure up. Because thanks to social media, we're living our lives by a digital fake standard, and the options for females out there is nothing compared to the options for men. Men fight over the breadcrumbs, and females, yeah, dude, you have options for days, dude. Even the ugly ones, dude, nowadays have options. It wasn't like that when I was growing up, when I was back in the 80s as a kid and the 90s as a teenager. It wasn't like that. And let's just say the dynamic has shifted in the wrong way. But if you're feeling hopeless, you're feeling like you can't make it, if all you got is to see your kid, then make that the most important thing in your life. Or if all you got is to try to fix your problems one at a time. Like I used to drink energy drinks every morning because I didn't want to be at my stupid job. And I quit drinking energy drinks about 5 months ago. And I've not had one. And it was really shitty at first, where I was feeling like tired and all that. But I pushed through no matter what. And now I don't feel that way as much. Yeah, I still get tired, but naturally I'll get through it. But just try not to be overwhelmed, man. You can fix it one thing at a time. If you're still breathing, man, you're not out the game. And here's the thing: what if you don't even want to play the game anymore? And I feel that way because I've been seeing somebody, and I feel all overwhelmed sometimes and feel like I have to live up to a certain standard, and I realize I probably don't. I probably should just be me, because if someone's attracted to you, dude, that speaks volumes. It's something about you that has an aura, and I would like to think it's because I didn't give up on my kid, and I never, ran away, because that's huge, dude, because, man, now seeing my dad struggle, dude, he's bedridden, not really, cancer is just totally kicking his ass. that's been sad. That's really depressing. I don't want to see that, but at that point where, dude, parents get old, you step into a different role. I'm gonna have to probably take care of my mother when he goes. She's never been alone ever. I have way more experience in being alone than she does. It was 9 years ago that I got divorced, and I've had a couple of flings here and there, but this current scenario is the only thing that's worth anything. And that's scary, dude. It's scary to care about somebody, dude. I don't want to get confused by the chemicals. I did that shit before, and it led me to a world of hurt. I think that there is something to the psychology of you being chased instead of you chasing them, because it really comes down to respect in any quality relationship, dude. But here's the thing: don't try to pursue that. Just let things happen naturally. Have fun. If it's your turn, man, have fun, dude. No matter how long it lasts. So hey, take care of yourself. God bless.